he's not afraid to experiment in these kind of heroes, right? Kaja used to be a support. He's gonna play it from a quote-unquote supporting role. Not a support role, but a supporting role. If you get what I'm saying, right? But yeah, BREN ESPORTS versus STI, draft for game number 2. What can we expect, ladies and gentlemen? Hello? Swarly. Alright, Leo, you gotta help me here. What can we expect from both these teams?
Okay, I think BREN here, I think they're feeling the swag. They did not ban the PNK, the Popol and Koopa. So I'm guessing they might pick it up here. This is a chance for them to do so. If not, it might be another go for them to again, lock in the fundamentals. You know, pick up the Kaja, pick up the Tams. But no! We have been blessed!
Alright.
Okay, I think I'm back now. Okay.
Yeah,
STI,
Leo was so hyped.
gonna go with the...
I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
so
party, Swarly.
Alright,
Welcome to the party.
What do you
So
think?
I'm guessing you were hyped because of the Popol. Pretty sure you were hyped because of the Popol. Definitely, I mean, we were talking about it time and time again over that prolonged break. I want to see how the Kings play this hero. But STI is still going with that Claude. At least this time around, they're not going all in on that Claude, picking it alongside the Clam. So, a much better start for the draft, I feel, for STI.
Claude and Tham says they will go back to
Your team
funneling.
is picking.
I think that the problem I have with picking Claude and Thams in the first stages of the game is that you kind of give away your strategy already. I don't see any other way for STI to play the Claude and Thams, but apart from the 1-3-1 rotation or the hyper carry funnel, because that's just how they operate. We're going for Diggy. So again, they have shown us their hand. STI, although they are getting the top picks and the most successful heroes of the season, I think they're still giving away their strategy already. Do you agree with me, Swarly and Leo?
Definitely. I think it's a very early tell if you're picking your course this early in the game.
Your team is picking.
I don't like the Diggy this early as well, because this doesn't feel right. He's not as good as he used to be, and picking him this early when you could have gone with another more flexible hero.
Your team is picking.
It's questionable, but yeah, at least they pick up the Kaja, which I feel it doesn't solve all of their problems at this point. Like, they lack the team fight for STI. It doesn't.
But on paper, this is such a good pickup for STI. I'll be real with you. The Diggy pickup, this is one of the most valuable Diggy pickups you could get in any draft, because the first 3 heroes that BREN picked up were all heavy CC heroes. You've got the Arrow, you've got the Fatal Links, you got the Bite from Popol and Koopa. So with that being said, the Diggy I think I understand, but the Kaja, the Kaja is just good stuff. The Kaja is just good stuff, and the Koopa is just a nice frontliner. They don't have it. I'm guessing, yeah, that's what it looks like. That's what it feels like. But the closing picks on the side of BREN just really shows us that this is going to be a Popol and Fupa that's going to be support that builds up later into a carry.
Okay.
He went with the Revitalize? No, Purify. Purify.
That's Purify, yeah.
PNK went with the Purify.
Very quickly, Swarly and Leo, who do you think is going to win this?
Draft, I don't like playing a hero, multiple heroes you just lost with again the next game. So it doesn't feel good for STI, definitely. So just BREN. Just gonna go with BREN this time around.
Leo, how about you?
It's Popol and Fupa, man. I told you, I saw it yesterday, so I'm guessing it's gonna work again today. So
yeah,
BREN.
All right. It's bleeding yellow, or golden at least, golden black for this panel as we now unanimously vote for BREN. But will another yellow team rise to the top? We will know. Rockhart and Seiya take us through the action.
Thank you so much to our analyst desk. We are back here for game 2 of STI versus BREN Esports. I'm Rockhart. This is Seiya. Everyone is bleeding black and yellow. Is that going to be your call as well?
Yes, indeed. Because, like what I've said during our previous matches, if this is a revenge game or a redeeming value or to find your inner peace, if you are gonna try again the same hero, it's not gonna work. And they are using what? The Claude, the Thumbs, the Diggy once again. Oh, wait, the Claude and the Diggy once again. And we already witnessed that it's not going to. It wasn't efficient during game number 1, especially that the Claude wasn't given the space that he initially wanted. So, to me, I am black and yellow all over, Rockhard. How about you?
All right. Well, I think so. I think that's a very safe assumption. They said it might be a core Kaja. Obviously, most likely just an off lane, right? So I still see a bright future here ahead for BREN for sure, obviously. But of course, I want to be proven wrong here because STI, they got everything to gain. I don't think at this point you got anything to lose, right? Because there's just nothing to lose for these guys at all.
Indeed.
I would just play the game. I would just have fun with this. And, well, heroes that they have are quite fun, I gotta say. So, not bad.
Yes, because in comparison with game number 1, the overall composition of STI is much in terms of having a 4th and then 1 core lineup during the previous game. But now I think it looks like that BREN is on the top, but meanwhile here onto the bottom side, it looks like Coco will be at a pinch, uses the flicker, will be using his second skill, but again picked off by...
Man, alright, we're looking good here so far, and again, first blood goes to STI just like that. BREN Esports on the top lane though will be picking up that tower, making full use of the tankiness of Koopa to make sure they can tank it and take it out really nicely before the 2-minute mark. And now, it's going to be a rotation on bottom side. Will we see some action?
Which is the ideal thing to do, because if you already see like what more members of STI on bottom, it's bound that you go and respond. And Lord right here with a little brink of health uses his flicker out instead of flickering in for a potential pickoff, which is your go-to call because that was risky. And speaking of risky, Rockhart, again another play will come here. Lasty here flickered at an untimely manner and now invested his resources and will be taken down by the members of STI.
Alright, well that was way too deep for my liking, and BREN Esports giving away a second kill here because of that. Lembot already locking the Raptors' machete. I think that's pretty good time. We'll have some damage output to help him out during his farming phase. Now so far we have few on the top side doing a lot better, I would say, on the Koopa, on the Popol and Koopa than most people we've seen today. Considering he does have a great lineup as well.
Alright, it looks like they are ready to position themselves, Rockhart here, you know, really wanting to contest. Oh, it looks like it's gonna be stunned by Koopa in a bit, but no, it was meant to harass, which is a good thing usually, because the thing that you wanna prioritize the most is the objectives, and that is what BREN is, you know, shifting their gears at. And you know, we'll just transition to the middle side, get as much resources as you can.
Yeah, I mean that's the game right there. You want to play a resource game again? You want Lembo? You want to play a resource game? We're gonna play a resource game as well. We got a pretty solid Bruno here and Carl TZ, who has been known to really skyrocket in terms of gold whenever he goes on the marksman. Also, probably the reason why BREN Esports is so good in most stages of the game. Now, Carl TZ is usually on the mage role. Really like watching him on a marksman role play too.
Indeed. Oh, that was a nice reverse time to really prevent Rebo from coming in any closer for a potential pickup. But you know, Rockhart, I'm trying to analyze this all, and I think I'm getting the pace where BREN is going at. If you notice, they aren't as aggressive as they usually do, because this is what makes it magical. You know that their overall composition is more onto the mid and late phases of the game, and that's and that's the type of timeline that you want to make this game reach. And if you look at they're just going resources, they're just shoving away the members of BREN, not really going on an aggressive fight. And that's the good thing. And speaking of aggressive fight, that was off cam onto the middle side of the lane, utilizing that tower dive potential. And Rockhart, I gotta say, we're already coming to the mid to the late phases of the game, and I think this is going on to the momentum that BREN wants.
Yeah, riding on that awesome abyssal arrow hits, you have to make sure you use Rebo as well on the Selena. And if he can get that, there's a lot of people who can follow it up. Lasty's obviously going to be very easy to dive onto a almost perma-stunned hero, and followed up shortly by Few sending Koopa out to bite that enemy, disable him, while everyone else on BREN just has so much damage. Item check, barely into Demon Hunter Sword so far for our hero of STI, Nyx, Lembot. And that's not a good sign at this point. Hopefully we can change that. Hopefully that changes sometime soon. But the way things are going, I mean, like BREN Esports, they want an early dinner. You know, they want to get some of that grub already taken by Carl TC, while everyone else is on top lane, picking up kills one at a time. Of course, Lasty will fall down. Too many tower hits going to be taken up here, but all the while, Carl TZ was actually in the mid lane, pushing up bottom, as well as this mid tower getting a lot of resources for his own.
Yes, indeed. And do take note, that was 2 pickoffs on BREN and 1 for STI side. So, looking back, that's the thing. That's a good skirmish fight to compensate and to gain just a little bit of gold. But you have to take into consideration that in terms of economy, BREN is, a step ahead. And with the limited resources that STI has, since the only ones that they have are the incoming minions, and because probably the ones under turf are being stolen by BREN, capitalizing the advantages that they have. And like what we both said, they just really need to pick off at least one of the squishier heroes or pin them down. But I think that's not gonna happen soon, Rockhart.
Yeah, it's an easy play here from Carl TZ. Long-range critical hits are already feeling very, very painful here on the side of BREN Esports, with the frontliners not really suffering too much casualties. Coco, very, very happy on that X-Borg, just absorbing all the damage and then life-stealing it back through the long-range flamethrowers. And right now, bottom lane, that's going to be a pull onto Koopa! Just use the Divine Judgment on the summon, which is very, very sad, and also a power of that hero, you know? That's a soft target.
Get you. Yeah, I get you why you were hyped up, but unfortunately that was Koopa right there. And going back right here, it looks like the T-fight is on because there are low members of BREN. Bruno will be getting a pick off on his own by killing that Kufra, and still saves the day, and there wasn't any casualty for the side of BREN Esports. So it was a good denial for the side of Carl TZ.
Absolutely. I'm actually surprised that we lost one here for BREN. Again, they are playing a little recklessly, I would say, but they are also doing rightfully so, because they are just so far ahead. Everyone's scared of Carl TZ's normal attacks now, and that's becoming a big problem here for STI. How do we deal with this? And I guess the only answer is to just stay under tower and hope BREN Esports commits a mistake, which is, again, starting to look very unlikely. BREN Esports looking really well put together here.
Look at that damage from the normal hits of Carl TZ. I mean, I get the hesitations why STI aren't really going as aggressively as they are, because look at the damage output that he is inflicting. And take note, what more if they're all grouped together, and that utilizes his ult. And look at that beautiful hit, just like
Ouch.
that.
That hurt.
Sometimes
my soul.
the silence. Yes, indeed, Rockard, indeed. Because what we said earlier, when Diggy already uses his time's journey, that's +1 for Bren. And look at Carl TZ just getting all the snacks that he could get even inside the base. And this is just a domino effect. What a torture for the side of Bren right here. Really showing and asserting their dominance as they
really
will be
wants it.
finishing.
Why?
Yeah, he really wants it. Okay,
Oh my
okay, that's
god!
too overboard.
Seriously! Come on, calm down! What the
They
heck?
don't want. Look at that! Just look at.
Eat a chill pill! My god, the humanity! Oh
The
man, there's nothing
massacre,
else to
the
say.
purge. The
Yeah.
purge is really real
I'm
for the
done.
side of
I'm done.
esports right here. So dominant. I mean, I get it that they wanna establish